Hey guys, how are we? Welcome to tonight's Late Night Agenda. I'm your host Craig and this is the Anfield Agenda YouTube channel. How are we? I'm so sorry I'm late tonight, guys. I am having a technical nightmare. You would not believe it. The evening from hell. I didn't think I was going to get on. I was playing around with settings, cameras, and nothing was working for me. But look, we're on, we're here. We'll do somewhat of a show tonight. How are we all doing? Kyle is in the house. Louise, I'm sorry to hear about Steve. I hope he gets well soon. He did tell me he had a bit of a flu, but I hope he gets well soon. What else have we got? There you're in there, Sir Stephen. So there you are. Look, not too well. Caught Steve's cold, said Louise. You're both sick. Get over it. Get over it. Relax. Plenty of fluids. Take it easy. Don't stress yourselves out too much. Look, I'm going different colours, different shades and everything during this stream already because the camera, I don't know what's up with my camera. It's going all kinds of crazy. But look, we're on for the time being. New contract for Andy Robertson. That is the big news of the day, guys. And look, what a boost it is. We thought it was coming, but it's been confirmed now by the club. Andy Robertson signs on till 2023, I believe. I believe it's 2023. Which is, you know what, it's brilliant, great news. The guy is, what age is he now? 23, 24 years of age. Let me just check on 24 years of age. 24 years of age. And he basically cost Liverpool 8 million quid, or as I like to call it, Kevin Stewart. A Kevin Stewart for an Andy Robertson. What a player he's been for us. Great to have him here for the next 4 years, 4.5 years. Look, there's not much else to say in it. Whatever he gets paid, he deserved. I have a little few details on this, a few other bits and pieces throughout, but look, let's just celebrate. What's another great day for the club. I'm sure you're all delighted as well that Robbo signed that new deal. I thought he was a little bit older than he was, I have to say, when I found he was only 24. What a backline we have. Robertson, Gomez, Trent, and then Van Dijk, the elder statesman of the group, and he's not even that old. It's absolutely class. Connor is in. Look, he's back. You talk about colds, guys. You talk about having a flu. My Jesus. I spoke to Connor earlier on. I didn't think he was going to make it to the phone call. He was absolutely hanging, God bless him. As you can see, my camera's doing all kinds of fucked up shit here. I'm going all shades of different colours and everything. I'm having a mare. I'm having an absolute mare, guys. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to keep rocking. I'm going to keep going through. He's so consistent, it's ridiculous, said Wizzy Rabbit. He is, mate, you're right. He's absolutely fucking quality. Let me try and lower this down a little bit so I can see if I can become somewhat of a normal human being with regards to colour. Playing around with a few things here. This is why you need a Connor in your life. There, look. We'll see how this one goes. How red do I look? I look like I'm about to have a stroke at any minute. Austin Agard is in, or Agard, how are you? Jesus, I thought you weren't streaming tonight. So did I, Sean. I have a technical nightmare, buddy, but look, we're here. We'll get through it. Good evening, Craig. How are you doing today? Did you hear about us being linked to Militao? Very, very fast, strong, and good defender. Charlie, I did, buddy. I think I mentioned him on the stream maybe last week at some point. I don't see it happening. Us and every other top European club have been linked with the guy. Looks like a quality player. Let's just wait and see. Nothing's going to happen in January. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, guys, but nothing is going to happen in January for the Reds. Get the Adidas back, said, or get back Adidas back, said Anthony, mate. I'm rocking the Nike tonight because it was one of the only fucking things I had clean, if I'm being honest. I keep forgetting to tell my wife I need stuff washed, and last minute scrambling around and I ended up grabbing a Nike top. It is what it is, I'm afraid. Andy could be our best fullback since Barney Rubble, said Stephen Richards. Connorkin said, can confirm I'm dying. He really is. Like, I mean, I get a man flu or a bit of a cold and I'm like in bed and I'm you know, crying for the doctors and all. I'd be in hospital if I was as bad as that motherfucker sounded earlier on. I have to say, Connor sounded really unwell. I mean, Space Camp could be doubtful at this point. Hi Craig, would love to see the replies to LFC Twitter when we signed Robbo to today when he signed his new contract. Yes, absolutely. When we signed him, what are we doing signing players from a relegated club? He wasn't good enough for Hull. They're not going to be good enough here. Yeah, look what's happened. Andy Robertson for Kevin Stewart every day of the week, guys. 8 million. And there was a survey done that I told you guys a couple of weeks ago about a crowd called CIES Football Observatory. And what they do is they basically recalculate players' values to what they are now. So for instance, Jadon Sancho, at the start of the season he was worth 9 million, something like that, and now he's worth 70 odd, something crazy like that. But anyway, on Andy Robertson, the CIES Football Observatory has him rated as the second most valuable fullback in world football. The second most valuable in world football at £72.3 million. So in case you're wondering, that's what Andy Robertson is worth in today's market according to CIES Football Observatory. Nearly 73 million quid for 8 million that they laid out on him. I mean, wow, Absolutely unbelievable stuff. So well done to Jurgen Klopp, well done to the recruitment team. You rolled the dice on that one, and my God, did it pay off. I cannot think of a more consistent fullback in the league. He's quality, absolutely quality. Next week, Gomez is back. Yeah, can't wait. Cannot wait for him to come back as well. How's things, Greg? Haven't been on for a few nights. Another big game of the weekend. Fancy a 4-0, said Paul Dunning. 3-1 for me, Paul, or 3-0, but 3 points is all that matters at this rate. Look, Manchester City are away against a Huddersfield side with no manager. A Huddersfield side with no future in the Premier League. By the looks of it, you're not going to expect much from there. That could be an absolute hiding for Huddersfield. So we're going to have to do our business. Sean said 72 million. Damn, I know. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy what a good season or two can do for your value in this market. But you know what? He's there, Sean. And that's the most important thing, buddy. He's there. We've got him. Best of luck to anyone trying to wrench him out of this club. Because you can see by Andy Robertson, he loves it here. He absolutely loves it here. There's some beautiful connection between Scots and Liverpool Football Club. And he's here for the foreseeable anyway. What else we got? Craig, I think you're wrong on signings. I think we'll sign him now for the summer to join up, i.e. Werner. Well, to be fair, Graham, yes. I mean, if anything does happen, I get you. I get where you're coming from. It could well happen for the summer. I was meaning that nobody's coming in January, buddy. But I will get on to what you're talking about as well. I have a little bit of information on that one. Robbo is a boss, said Doyle. I love that. He's a boss. Damn fucking right he is. I'd like to see him walking in to sign his new contract, you know, pimp jacket on, little hat on with the little fucking feather in it, Kane walking into the office, not Harry Kane now, an actual Kane, like a pimp Kane, walking in like a fucking baller, flips off with the shoulders, doesn't even need the hands, just flips off the jacket with the shoulders, sits down and just Kloppo starts throwing fiddies at him, just there you go son, take what you need. Crosby Jones is in as well. How are you? Great to have you in, Crosby. Red, I'm struggling to get a ticket for the Palace game, so I might not be able to get you a programme. Look, it's okay, my friend, it's okay. Don't you worry about that. I appreciate you even thinking about it. So don't worry about it one bit. I hope you get a ticket though, regardless of the programme. So if I really hope you get a ticket. Yeah, let me know if you're successful or not. Again, don't give a shit about the programme. Don't worry about that. I'm more concerned about you getting to the game, my friend. Thank everyone. What a day. Rob signed 5-year. Awesome day, said Robbie. I take another scrappy 1-0 win, said Doyler. Mark McDonald said, I might be putting my head to be slapped here, but Mark Goldberg said weeks ago, this Liverpool side reminded him of the old United team, as in fullbacks going forward. There's something to be said for that. Yeah, look, none of us ever want to talk about United in a positive sense, but yeah, there is something to be said for that. What's all this Fekir talk on Sky Sports? Nonsense, Cody, is all it is. He's not coming to Liverpool Football Club in this window anyway. Piercy was saying it today, and I know people like to call him bad news Pierce, but I don't see the real Fekir. I said all along, for me, if it didn't happen in the summer, it wasn't happening. Jersey Boy, I did see your comment, mate, but I was having a mare before I came on, so I will get to you, don't worry about it. It'll be straight after the stream though. Kane using a cane for a few weeks, that's true. The stories on Sky about that have been crazy. You'd swear that they're probably more concerned with Harry Kane being injured for 4 weeks than Sky are with fucking Brexit, by the looks of it. Can you talk about Poch? I don't know what you mean. Can I talk about Poch in what sense, mate? He's a very good manager, but I'm not sure what you mean. Who do you think most players would want to join us now? It's a massive chance to win the Premier League. Absolutely. Most players would want to join us. It's more the case of the manager not wanting to rock the boat or bring anybody in now to destabilise what's here. There is an argument for perhaps a little boost, bringing in somebody, maybe keeping people on their toes, but at the same time, Jurgen Klopp probably just wants to show faith in the players that have done so well for him. Where are we? Messi for squad depth. I wouldn't say no, pal. I wouldn't say no if we just had to add him in there, just a little bit extra. But would he be happy sitting on the bench behind Salah? I don't know if he'd be happy with that. I see Craig is trying to grow an Alisson beard. No, just this little one. No, I've shaved here, and I've shaved here, and I've shaved all here and all here. But a little bit here, a little bit there. I'm trying to make it out like I'm a fully grown man at this point, like beard and all, you know. What it looks. Just leave me be. Just let me be. Let me pretend I can grow a beard, guys. Let me pretend. You look big on the telly today. I know, I'm a different size. As I said, I'm having an absolute mare today. I've no idea. I can't get my size right in camera. Nothing is working for me. Even my camera isn't focusing properly. What else have we got? Hey Craig, you look big on the telly. Just got through that one. It's another way you call me a fat bastard, isn't it, Gabriel? Tell the truth. Tell the truth. I can take it. Right, a few little bits and pieces for you wonderful people to go through tonight. Andy Robertson on signing his new contract at Liverpool Football Club. I'm sure most of you have read this, but maybe some of you haven't, so allow me to go through it for you. As soon as the club came to me, it was a no-brainer. I want to stay here. As soon as they put an offer on the table, it was signed as quickly as that. It was a pretty easy contract for me, and I'm sure for the club as well. We both agreed very quickly. That's why it's been done so quickly. Getting to know the lads and working with all the staff at Melwood has been a pleasure. The best thing about the work is when you come in, you love it every day, and that's what I do here. I'm glad to have extended my stay, and hopefully we have a lot of good days ahead. Everything you want to hear there from the young man, absolutely everything. And you know what, usually I call bullshit on players talking about that type of stuff, but I reckon it was fairly easy. I reckon he came in, the agent said, look, he wants this, Liverpool said okay, and it was all good. Because he doesn't seem like the type of lad, look, he's going to be a millionaire, and rightly so, he's going to earn a lot of money, and rightly so. But he's not going to be in there on, you know, demanding 250, 300 grand a week, anything like that. He'll get paid a good wage for doing a fantastic job. And you know what, in 2 years' time, hopefully we're sitting here again and he's renegotiated, he keeps improving, and we've tied him down to another deal. But whatever he gets, he absolutely deserves. Right, a couple of other bits and pieces as well. Transfers, you guys want to talk transfers. I'm going to try and get through this as quickly as I can today because I'm so late coming on. Anyway, Timo Werner, a couple of people mentioned him earlier on. It looks like, according to David Lynch of the Evening Standard, Liverpool are looking to do a deal for Timo Werner. At just 22 years of age, already having 23 international caps, it would be a good bit of business for the Reds. And you know what? I think if you were to bring in Werner, he would really suit a 4-2-3-1 system as well. I think he'd be perfect at the tip of that system with the three lads in behind him. I also always felt that he's a very Jurgen Klopp type of player, in that he can play anywhere across the front three if needs be, as well as, of course, being that focal point up the top. I thought he was a couple of years older than he was. When I was reading through and I realised he was just 22 years of age. There's a very good future for that young man. So fingers crossed, it is true. And fingers crossed that you know, we do put a bid in or get something sorted for the summer, because with 18 months left on his contract at RB Leipzig, they're not going to let him go for free in 18 months. They're going to want to cash in on him either now with a deal for the summer, or, you know, just wait till the summer and sign him or sell him then, because, you know, he's going to be worth a few squid, isn't he? A few squid, he says. Right, what else have we got? Bayern Munich, by the way, I said this to you before, they're still interested in signing Timo Werner. Werner looked, from what I've heard, has kind of given them the cold shoulder, but you never know if Liverpool don't come in, or if nobody else comes in, that may be a move he'll look at. Talksport reckon the Reds are eyeing up a £20 million move for Schalke's USA international midfielder, Weston McKennie. Now, we spoke about him the other night. I believe there was a couple of you wonderful people that know a lot more than I do, had seen this gentleman playing before. He plays at Schalke. 7 senior international caps for the United States, played 45 times for Schalke since first breaking into the team in May 2017. As I said, I don't know anything on this guy. All I know is that he can play either in a defensive position or he can play a little bit further forward. That's it. That's the only information I have on him, other than the few bits that I've given you. I've no doubt that we have some people in from America who might have seen him playing for your international team. Maybe some Schalke fans as well who would have seen him playing in the Bundesliga, but I've seen absolutely zero of them. Right, I'm moving through this as quickly as I can, and then I'm going to go through and get all your comments. Don't worry, I'm not ignoring you. So, the big one, the big transfer, the one we're all waiting on, you know, the superstar that is Lazar Markovic. Look, Liverpool are just fucking sitting there basically by the phone, picking it up to making sure it's still working every few minutes, ringing his agent to make sure he's not on holidays. Now, you're alright, aren't you? Now, you're there, yeah. Now, if anyone calls now, you're capable, aren't you? Right, grand. Will you check that phone there? Look, is it working? Look, it is working, right, grand. Yeah, no, it's definitely working. Anyway. Jokes aside, Lazar Markovic, there's been some unconfirmed interest from China, because apparently they'll just take anybody to play the Chinese Super League by the looks of it. On a side note to that, they're looking to go back in for Dimitri Payet as well, by the way. 35 million, something like that apparently, and a ridiculous amount of money every week, 200 grand, something like that for Dimitri Payet. That's if they can't get Arnautovic, I believe. Anyway, we'll come back. Yeah, so some unconfirmed rumours that a Chinese Super League club have come in from. Look, Liverpool tried to move him on for the past 3 years, basically. He just hasn't worked for the club. A £20 million signing, he hasn't settled in. He's still only 24 years of age. Yeah, 24, I just had to check my notes. 24 years of age. He's on 50k a week at Liverpool. He was supposed to go to Standard Liège or somebody like that, somebody in the Belgian league, I think. Recently, he pulled the plug at the last minute. He said it wasn't to do with money. The other club said otherwise. 50k a week, 6 months left on his Liverpool deal. He's going to be out of here by the time that's done. If Liverpool can move him on during this window, they will. They're not even going to really look for a fee. I think they'd be just happy for someone to take his wages off at this point. Again, let me know what you think. That's all my transfer news that I have for today. So I'm going to try and fly through as many of your comments as I can. As you can see though, guys, we're only 3 subscribers away from 7,400. So if you can hit that subscribe button, get us over that threshold and head us towards 7.5k, that would be amazing. Thumbs up and all that jazz. And please do hit the like button as well on the stream. If we can get to 100 likes on this stream, it'll be unbelievable. Because we started so late. We're about half an hour behind. So if you're watching, hit the like button on the stream, hit that subscribe button as well. There you go. There you go. Super Lazar Markovic. I don't think I've ever read those 3 words in the same sentence, Tussie, until you wrote them there, buddy. Okay. I thought Werner was like 26. We should definitely get him at 22. I thought he was much older as well, until I read that article that said he was 22. I could have sworn he was older than that. What do you think lineup against Palace? We're going to go with a back 4-3-3. I'm going to go for Alisson, Milner, Van Dijk, Matip, Robertson, Fabinho, Henderson, Keita and the front 3. Although I could just as easily take Keita out and put in Shaqiri, but I'd go with Keita personally. That's my guess at an 11, Cody, but do you know what? I haven't got a clue. And second guessing Jurgen Klopp is a very hard thing to do. Don't think Markovic's pager is working. Probably not, but we do have the pigeon on standby, Jason, with the little note tied around his leg. When was the last time Markovic played in a red shirt? For the seniors, I don't know. I think he's played a few under 23 games, but I honestly couldn't tell you for the seniors. Stephen Richards said, I'll drive the cunt to the airport myself. It was great because I got to say that my favourite word there, which is of course C-U-N-T, which I don't say on here very often because I try to be polite, but that's a word that is my favourite word in the English language, if I'm being honest, and I like to be honest. Robbo was relegated, time for Klopp, spent some time getting into the team, now he's best left back in the world and Scottish captain. Feck it, he's a great advert for Klopp in the pool. Exactly, Dave. Beautiful comment, mate. Love the guy. Absolutely love him. Milner right back or Fabinho? Milner. By all the sounds of everything I'm hearing and reading, Milner is going to be right back for this game. No, he isn't skilled. He's actually a really nice guy, Mr. Goldbridge. Yes, we've had the pleasure of getting to know him over the past few months, and you know what? He's a decent skin. What else we got? Hi Craig, hope you had a good day. Interest in Markovic in China is through 100 million at least. Defo. I mean, nailed on to 100 million for him. Craig, you a tennis fan? Hope Nadal wins the Australian Open. Yeah, but it's something, if I'm being honest on, I've definitely tailed off in how much I've watched it over the past couple of years. Been so busy with other stuff that I haven't really kept up. I know that Joanna Conti went out today in an epic 3-setter. I let 7-5 in the third, and something like 3 in the morning when that one finished over in Australia, which is nuts. And she was the last British player left. I think the 8 British players that were in the Australian Open are all out at this point. He last played in 2015, reckons Brian, which is a fucking disgrace, isn't it? An absolute disgrace. How to sell a lemon, said Rod. Lie, and lie some more is my only guess with that one. Centre backs and goalkeepers can play in that position in their prime till 20 or 33 to 32, 33. If we're talking about primes of footballers, then realistically for a midfielder-esque type player, 25 to 29, I would guess. Somewhere around that is probably their prime, but it does vary, I suppose, on position. Defenders might be a couple of years later. You're probably talking 28 to 32. Goalkeepers, again, I mean, who knows? A goalkeeper can go anywhere from 26 right through till 36. And I know they can play longer. I'm talking about in their prime. Lazar knows it's the last big contract he'll ever get, so he's cashing in, said Skipper Dog. Jesus, though, to be fair, it's not even a fucking big contract in the grand scheme of things. I mean, for me, you and average people, 50k a week is ridiculous money, but, you know, I mean, when you see what players are on these days, we actually had to put some fucking work in at the club. He could have been on a lot more now. For sale, one football player, low mileage, will swap for a case of Diet Chav and a box of Curly Whirlies. Definitely will. Definitely swap for that. I'm not into tennis, it's too much of a racket. Oh, taxi for Stephen Richards, please. Jesus, come on, mate, you're better than that. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're not. Maybe that is your level of jokiness. Jesse Lingard has a YouTube channel. Between that and his clothing range, no wonder he's abysmal at football. Isn't it weird? You said that he's a YouTube channel, and the first thing that came into my head is that competition for Goldbridge? Has he got another competition or competitor now to be up against? It's mad how the mind works these days. Right, some more of your wonderful comments. Caroline Wozniacki, Australian Open. Come on, said Cody. We should try 4-4-2 because that's what we used to be. Bournemouth 4-0, and that was the last game Milner played it right back. Do we have the two? Oh, that's the thing. I don't know, Skeleton, mate. Honestly, when it comes to formations and stuff like that, let's just wait and see. I'm more concerned with the people that are on the field and the formation, because formations can be fluid. That 4-4-2 can just as easily be tweaked into a 4-3-3 or various other things. Jesse Lingard has such a punchable face. He actually does, he really fucking does. There's a few of them that have a punchable face. Your man, that German winger that we were linked with for ages, the one that didn't go, or that did go to the World Cup ahead of Sané, what's his name? Bayer Leverkusen. Somebody's got to put it into the chat and save my ass now yet again. Oh, what the fuck is his name? Bang, 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 smash your head. I'm still waiting for somebody to save my ass here. And Julian Brandt there. Look, he's only back dying and all. He still saves my ass. Yeah, Julian Brandt. That fucker has a punchable face as well. Oh, he's got a punchable face. Yes, and again, all you amazing people save my ass. I mean, you should let me hang one day. You should just say, fuck you, fat man, I'm not giving you the answer. Just sit there and look like a fool. 9-0, history repeating itself, said Brian. I would love a 9-0. I fucking would. Did anybody read Paul Merson's predictions for the weekend? I mean, he picked us to win, but if you can move past that to the few lines where he talks about how brilliant Roy Hodgson is as a manager and how underrated he is, I mean, fuck off, Merson. Honestly, fuck off. He is far from underrated. He's an absolute clown. He's done a decent job at Palace, I'll give him that one. But at Liverpool, he was a joke, even with the players that he had. Everything that came out of that man's mouth was complete and utter bullshit. As it is, I suppose, with Paul Merson to an extent. Is Gini available to everyone? There you go. Gini available. Perfect. Do you know what? I'd still like to see him rested though, because he's played a shit ton of games this season. So yeah, I'd like to see Gini get a rest. Accidentally swallowed some Listerine. Oh, Connor, that's fucking horrible. I swear, I don't know, that Listerine stuff. I've had a few different mouthwashes, and that Listerine stuff, it's fucking, it's strong shit. If that was drink, like, I mean, that would be potching. That's what I'm talking about. Dele Alli has the most punchable face of all punchable faces, said Brian. There's a shout there for that, to be fair. There is a shout. I'm back, lad. Sorry I missed the start. What a great signing for Robbo. Left back sorted for 5 years. Saves us a hell of a lot of money, said Ben O'Sullivan. It certainly does, pal. And I keep going back to this, but a straight swap for Kevin Stewart to get him in. It's just ridiculous. Some of the business we've done, it's almost fucking porn. It's so good. You made me so sad, Craig. I gotta go now. Goodbye. That's okay, Gabriel. Bye-bye. He almost wounded us, Roy Hodgson, said Paul Turner, and I spoke it as you wrote it. Yeah, that Listerine is potent as fuck. It really is. If you gargle or whatever too long, you feel your fucking mouth about to explode. And then I got a cheaper version of it from Lidl or Aldi or something then, and it was just like, is there anything in this? Does this even fucking work? Morris has his out there ideas sometimes. He really does, Dave. He really does. Oh, God. David Bean said, Palace have a decent record at Anfield over the last few meetings. Yeah, but they're getting their asses spanked. Come on, Dave. Be with us on this one, David. Another 3 points for the Reds as we march towards the Premier League title. Oh, when the Reds, oh, when the Reds, oh, when the Reds go marching in. There you go. I mean, it's all coming out. I'm trying to cram everything into this short stream tonight. You're getting songs. I mean, when does the dance number pop in as well? There's a lot of alcohol in Listerine. That's why it's so strong. That's probably why Connor's drinking it, lashing it down there. A little drop of Diet Chav, two measures of Listerine. He'll be dancing around his house now in a few minutes. Not a bother on me. I'm sound me. Da da da. Mouthwash is a waste of money, said Joanne. Yeah, but it gives you a freshness, Joanne. It makes you feel a bit better. Lingard, another vote for Lingard is the most punchable face from JB. Remember Poulsen and Konchesky were first team players, yep, and Joe Cole, and what's that other fella's name? Milan Jovanovic, Chuck Norris. I mean, yeah, it was bad. They were bad days. Paul Konchesky, I'll never forgive the club for signing him. Even Cotrone from Milan, it ain't bad, said Albania Kosovo. Joe Gomez is back soon, cannot wait, at LFC_5. Oh, we've got some more things for you wonderful people as well. So the Echo claimed that Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is expected back in training in February with a view to resuming match playing, I suppose, towards the end of the season. So brilliant to hear that Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is going to be back in the next couple of weeks. Having him back and available will be brilliant because it'll give the gaffer another option, particularly going forwards. But you don't want to rush him back too soon with an injury as bad as his. It's just great to see him back. I have to say, I'm over the moon that he'll be fully back training towards the end of February, and you know, fingers crossed we'll see him get a few minutes then, maybe April time, maybe towards the end of March. Maybe I'm being a bit optimistic. Remember Suarez versus Norwich? I was lucky enough to be at that game, Cody. I'll never forget it. Fuck Palace, fuck Hodgson, gonna spank him 5-0, said Christopher. Really feels like we're gonna win it this year. Imagine how sick every rival club would be, said Owen Farrelly. When you watch this back, Craig, you'll see, you said I called you big fat or something, you read my comment wrong. Oh my fucking word, Gabriel, you absolute fucking, just whatever, mate. I was clearly taking the piss and you're whinging. Just do what you want, mate. I mean, adios. I'm not putting up with it. I am not putting up with it. It was fucking clearly sarcasm. Stop crying like a child, Jesus Christ. The fullbacks will be Palace, limited them 3-1 at least, maybe a clean sheet. Yeah, look, I think a couple of goal win, most certainly. Oh, fuck off, Gabriel, will you? Honestly, I'm paining me whole listening to you at this point. My comment with 11-0-3. Oh, how about this? You're gone. Adios, mate. Fuck off. I'm not dealing with this stuff anymore. Having Big Alex back could be like a new signing, said Stephen Richards. Craig, heard the Reds sent a scout to watch that Immobile fella. Yes, again, I did read something on that. It always makes me nervous though, because he didn't work out for Klopp at Dortmund, but Liverpool and, is it Arsenal or Spurs? Somebody else are looking at. No, actually, do you know what? I think it was Chelsea. Although it could be Arsenal or Spurs. I don't know. Somebody is looking at him. Somebody with Liverpool. I'd be amazed though if we brought him in. I was about to do that too, said the ref, and I, honest to God, I mean, is one thing saying something and I'll correct it and I'll say, yes, picked up wrong, but there's some people that just want more and more and more attention. There was 4 or 5 posts there over the one thing. And look, I'm too old, too stubborn, too fucking cranky to put up with that, so sorry. Hope Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain can get at least 5 sub appearances so we can get a winner's medal. Great show, Harry, mate, great show. Yeah, you'd love to see him. If we won it, I mean, he deserves it, doesn't he? Do you think Coutinho will come back? Corey, I don't, mate. No, I really don't. People can't take banter. It was so clear what I was saying. So clear. I was even laughing, I think, when I was saying it. Ciro Immobile had a good season, but he's older now and wouldn't be a great idea. Again, I don't think it's coming. I don't think he's coming. It doesn't make sense to me. As good as he's been at Lazio, I just don't think it makes any sense. Hendo's experienced in the Premier League, but Fabinho will become other class next season. He's already excited me with what we're still building as a squad. It's scary, said Paul Jones. Look, he's class. I cannot wait for Fabinho to just nail down that 6 as a position, because he looks so much more dynamic there than Jordan Henderson. He looks like he gives us much better options. He can read the game so well. He can step forward. He can pass the ball. Henderson can do some of those things as well, in fairness to him, but you can just tell by looking at Fabinho that he's a more natural defensively minded player. Will Chelsea signing Higuain get them top 4? I don't know what an impact he's going to make. I can't figure it out. Maybe short term he could be okay, but yeah, they're in a race at the minute. I mean, them, Spurs, Arsenal and United, only 2 of them can get those places, because let's be fair, Liverpool and Manchester City have the first 2 nailed down. So it's going to be tough. I fancy Chelsea to get one of the spots, I have to say. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Spurs over the next few weeks. I mean, they've been drawn right back into a top 4 race now. The scouts doing a good job, said Dave Serene. Fabinho is class. I'm so excited to see him grow, said the Revenai. Yeah, he really is, in every sense of the word. He just oozes. Sometimes you look at a player and he just oozes that class, as you said. You look at Van Dijk, you know what you're getting. He's the same. For me, he just looks like calmness personified on the field. Reads the game so well, intercepts the ball magnificently, and still gives you a little bit going forward as well. Suso back, said Corey. No, not to Liverpool, but maybe to the Premier League at some point. He did say he had unfinished business here. And Corey, do you know what? I've always fancied him to go to Spurs for some reason. Maybe if we see Eriksen move on, it seems like two of the Spanish clubs are interested, Barcelona and Real Madrid, in signing Christian Eriksen. He's got 18 months left on his Spurs deal, so he's in a good position there as well to get himself a move if he wants it. Craig, read this comment, said Connor. There you go. Read it. Boom. Job done. Coutinho's not coming back, said Cody. Absolutely not. Love you too, Danny. Love you too, my friend. How much would you think Son would cost from Spurs? A lot, Sean. I really like Heung-min Son. I never know which way to pronounce that. Love him as a footballer. He's so good. He reminds me a lot of Mane in that he does some stuff that frustrates the shit out of you, but then he does some stuff that's absolutely out of this world. Can't see Spurs selling him. I think they're looking to tie him down, or have they already tied him down to a new deal? I can't remember if they have or not, but there's no way they're going to let him go. They're going to lose Eriksen, I would say, in the next 6 months, at a guess, because I don't think they'll be able to pay him the type of money that he'll be able to command if he gets a move. Remember Jay Spearing, who was supposed to be the next big thing. Yeah, God bless him. Do you know what though? As much as we might not laugh at Jay Spearing, because you can't laugh at anyone that played for Liverpool, he'll always have that, doesn't he? He played for Liverpool Football Club, his hometown club. Fabinho has a presence on the pitch. He's boss and looks like a champion, said Dave. Louise and me are excited to meet you in May. As am I, mate. It's going to be a pleasure. Can't wait to meet yourself and Louise. Hopefully, and we're all fucking celebrating as well, Stephen. Fingers crossed, mate. I honestly don't rate Higuain as much as some people, but he's a very good player. Said, oh God, how is it? I don't know. Is it Danny? Dan YH 9541? Excuse me, mate. I'm not sure. We'll call you Dan if that's okay. I'm a big fan of Higuain, Dan, but he is at the tail end of his career, and I think he has dropped off. And one thing about him over the years is he's choked on the big occasion. Craig for president? Absolutely not. Dictator, perhaps. President, me not so sure. Would love De Bruyne. Oh, mate. There's not... I don't think there is anybody else in the world who I think would suit our team as much as Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, I can talk about wanting Kylian Mbappe to play wide for us because he's amazing, but De Bruyne or wind back the years and get 5 years on David Silva. Either of those two will be amazing. Just got notification. How much have I missed? Not too much, Farrell. I was really late tonight coming on. I'm about half an hour on, I think, maybe a few minutes more. We should make a ballsy move for Eriksen. It would be interesting, wouldn't it? It would be interesting. I wonder what they do. I wonder, would they let his contract run down, or would they sell to a Premier League rival? Good night, Stephen. Talk to you soon, mate. I hope you and Louise feel better. Trent Alexander-Arnold next in line for a new deal, said Cahill. Let's be real, we can give him a 20-year deal and he'll take it. The lad's dream to play for Liverpool. Look, he's class. Absolutely, he deserves a new deal, and that's why I'm so happy at the club. They brought these players in. Well, Trent's case he came through, but with Robertson they brought him in, with Salah, Mane, Bobby Firmino. They've brought them all in, and when they've proved themselves, the club have been very quick to say, do you know what? Lessons have been learned in the past. We didn't, maybe with Raheem Sterling, they had a chance to renew his contract and they didn't. They let it go a little bit, and then he got a sniff for money elsewhere. With these guys, the club have learned their lesson. They're tying them down. They're giving them those improved deals when they've proved themselves. And you got to say well done to everybody involved for that one. Higuain is just a fat marada. Said Connor, you're just a fat marada. If that doesn't catch on now in the Premier League, Connor, I'm going to be very sad. Trent should be moulded into our next captain, said Cody. He's big boned. Nah, he's a pudger. He is. He's definitely. As a fellow pudger, I definitely know one when I see one. Score prediction for Palace, 3-1 or 3-0, Jay. Hopefully 3-0, because I'd love us to keep another clean sheet. But they're not going to be a walkover. I mean, I'm not expecting Liverpool to just destroy Palace. Palace are capable. They've got pace on that side. With Zaha and, you know, Townsend likes a shot as well. But, you know, we're good enough. I think we'll get it done. Without a very good replacement for Eriksen, they won't let him go anywhere until he's under a year left. They'll have to let him go in the summer, I think, John, in all honesty. I think they'll let him go to Spain in the summer and get a decent sum and look to replace him. If they don't get money in for him, then with the new stadium, we're having to possibly improve Kane's contract again. We're having to look at Son and Dele Alli and some other players who they've already improved. Yeah, it's going to be tough. What have you got? Chav's letting Abramovich scout players. Somebody tell him Markovic is available, said Dave. I mean, yeah, he's definitely available. Promise you he's available. Samantha's gone for 2-0. 2-0 to the Reds. They deserve to be destroyed for 13-14, said Cody. That wasn't their fault. It was as much ours, to be fair. They just did their job. Brian's gone for 2-0. Skeletons off to bed. Good night, mate. Eriksen replaces Coutinho at Barca, said the Connor. There was an article today suggesting that there might be a deal in place to swap Coutinho and Neymar around PSG and Barcelona, which would be an absolute sickener for Coutinho, because he'd already turned down PSG when he was at Liverpool because he didn't really deem them as too much of a step forward. So it'll be interesting to see if that actually happens. Guys, about 20 minutes left on tonight's stream. We're still 4 subscribers away from hitting 7,400, but I think we lost a couple when our friend disappeared earlier on. So look, if you're watching and you haven't hit that subscribe button, please take a second to do so. I promise you I'm not always as cranky as I was a few minutes earlier on. I just can't take those type of comments. There's always a lot of them. Why aren't you reading my comment? You didn't see my comment. What have I done? Why are you ignoring me? All stuff like that. And it can become a little bit frustrating at times. So I apologise if I offended anybody. But, you know, I did nearly have to call an ambulance, to be fair. God knows how Dembele went to China for 9 million. Nightmares of Dwight Gale. I fucking hate him. Every time I see him now, I mean, we talked about a face you want to punch earlier on. Yeah, he's got one of those faces for me. Only for he's so small that I'd feel too bad. And he, you know, he'd probably fit. He's obviously fitter than me. He could probably kick my ass because I'd be out of breath in like 30 seconds. Will you swap Markovic for De Bruyne? Yeah, that's a fair swap. If you had to guess the most likely summer signing, who would it be? Timo Werner, Edward, Timo Werner, mate, and Timo Werner and a centre back. Although I've no idea with regards to names for you. Rod said the Bunnies going 2-0. Hodgson to get sent to the stands. Kloppo to get a corona with or without lime, Rod. Very important question. And Shaqiri gets a hug. I thought that said Shaqiri's well hung. I'm not going to lie, Rod. I read that completely wrong. This is the week for VVD to get a headed goal, said Tom. Do you know what, mate? I'm sticking a fiver on it just because you said that. It's boss to have a team of leaders, and I think they'll see us over the line come May. It's party time, said Liam. I mean, I'm up for a party. I'm almost in dance mood now at this moment. I can feel it. The rhythm's going to get me. Spurs' new stadium will be 24,000 more, a hell of a lot of revenue. Yeah, sort of, David, but you're forgetting the big thing there, is in they're going to pay for it, mate. They'll bring in a lot more revenue, but the stadium wasn't free. The stadium has ran up to something like £1 billion. So they're going to be paying for that for a while. And, you know, they're not going to have a shit ton of money left over. Palace is a team who are in and out. We just have to be professional. That's what City didn't do. Craig, your boss versus trolls. He wasn't a troll, to be fair to him. I mean, yeah, look, to be fair to the gentleman, he wasn't a troll, but it was just, I don't know. I don't have a bullshit sensor. I just can't put up with it. I'm like that way in life as well, by the way. It's not just something in front of here. If I don't like somebody, I'll call them out on it because I couldn't be arsed. Life's too short. Can I punch Pogba in the face mid-dab? Please do, Lee, please do. With Kane injured and no Son, Spurs could fall out of the top 4 and end up with an empty new stadium, said Crosby Red. Yeah, it is worrying times, actually. I mean, that's Kane out, as you said, Son off of the Asia Cup or the Asia Games, I'm not sure what it's called. Yeah, worrying times over Eriksen as well in his future. The new stadium on the horizon, which, look, let's be honest, the new stadium is a good thing for the club, you have to say. Regardless of what it's going to do in the short term, it will ensure the club's stability for a very, very long time. So it's definitely the right move from Daniel Levy in that sense. But yeah, it's fucking expensive. And how unfair is it, by the way? If any London club that wants to build himself a spanking new stadium gets to use a Wembley as a little go-to while they're building it, that's pretty unfair, isn't it? You don't really get that option when you're up in Manchester, Liverpool, Newcastle, anywhere up that neck of the woods. Well, unless, of course, you're Manchester City and you get handed the stadium from the Commonwealth Games. But apart from that, it's not like Liverpool or United can go, right, knock down the stadium, we're building a new one. Where's this other stadium that's even bigger than the one that we're building that we can play in while it's getting built? It's a little bit unfair. But look, it is what it is. I know season ticket fans in London will say, do you know what, our season tickets are fucking very expensive. But, you know, you're also probably on London wages, so... Look, I should be talking about this type of stuff. I just like to get cheap digs in where I can against opponents. With VVD out, without VVD, where do you think we would be in the league? Oh, Jesus. It's a good question, Jake. Fourth, maybe. Third, fourth, somewhere around there. I still think we'd be in a Champions League place, but I don't know if we'd be ahead of Manchester City still, in all honesty. As good as I think this team is, I don't want to underestimate how much of an impact Virgil van Dijk has had. David said, oh, God's sake, why are people upset? In fairness, you can't read them all out. I'm just happy to listen to you, no worries with my comments, as I'm honoured to listen. Mate, it's a pleasure. And I'm always happy to try and read out everyone's comments. It's not so much the comment, it's more, it was obviously a joke. He said something, I can't even remember what it was so insignificant. And I said, messing up, calling me a fat bastard now. And that was it. I was messing. I was laughing as I was saying it. And I think I touched a nerve. Sorry, got cool. I was really late tonight, buddy. Very late getting on the stream. I was having massive technical issues. So, sorry if you thought I wasn't getting on. So, Gini Wijnaldum has been talking to Sky Sports about the Reds' chances of winning the league. And he said that I think it would be stupid if I said, no, I don't think we'll win it. If you ask people from Manchester City if they'll be champions, they'll say yes. It's a bad sign if you say no, but we'll see what happens at the end of the season. We'll give everything to try and win every game and see what happens. There's still a long way to go. Now, if this was Lovren, people's heads would be falling off right now. But he's right, as was Lovren right. You have to say, yeah, I fully think we could go and win the league. Of course we can. Why wouldn't we? We're top of the league. If they said anything else, I'd be pissed off with them. So, yeah, I agree with Genie there, and I agreed with Lovren when he said it as well. Go balls out. Why not? Fuck it. We are top of the league for a reason. These players have the right to back themselves because they've got us into that position. Dominic said, excited and hopeful Brewster can get some games off the bench once he comes back and make a good impact. Young lads playing without fear could be good in this title race. Yeah, I can't wait to see him. Really cannot wait to see Brewster. I can't tell you how much I rate this guy. How much of an impact I think he'll have. Not to put too much pressure on him, too young, but could be good, mate. He could be very, very good. Make a video apology for him, Craig. He'd love it. Yeah, I will. I'll get right onto that when I'm finished, I promise. Let me just comb my hair first and then I'll get straight onto it. The Asia Cup, thank you, Keith. Craig, I'm the same way. If I like somebody, I'll try, but I don't usually ignore it. You're doing well, mate. Thank you very much. In all honesty, I wasn't going to come on tonight. I was having an absolute mare, technically. I'm still not happy with how the camera looks. I look very red-faced and... yeah, so I just said I'd come on because I don't like letting people down. So I wasn't gonna, but I said, fuck it, I'll jump on for a while because I know people were probably wondering what the hell was going on. 3-3, Suarez in tears. Oh, don't bring me back there, mate. Don't bring me back there. I think take Milner and play Shaqiri. But Milner's playing at right back, mate, so can't play Shaqiri at right back. So I don't know if this was for the weekend or whatever, but Milner pretty much nailed on to play right back, I think. City, West Ham got stadium as well, yeah. You're right, Skipper Dog. Don't forget, Craig, Spurs Stadium is also to host the NFL. They 3 or 4 games a season. Yep, absolutely. Wasn't that with was that with your man Can's team? Who are they? The Jacksonville Jaguars, is it, or is it somebody else? I think it'll be 2-0 with Mo getting both, said Liam Granby. My starting 11 will be Alisson, Milner, Matip, VVD, Robbo, Fabinho, Shaqiri, Keita, Bobby, Mo and Sadio Mane. Danny said, if we get Werner, would Firmino play as a central attacking mid, or would you just keep changing around? I think you would probably have a 4-2-3-1 with Werner at the top, Salah coming in from the right, Bobby in behind and Mane on the left. At a guess, mate, that's what I think we'd play. No apologies needed, the pleasure was all ours. Thank you. Very understanding of you. VVD's getting us about 10 points and the keeper too. Rod said, what happened to Connor? Did he fall into the vat with the Listerine now? He probably unconscious. Oh, there he is. Now look, he's still alive. I thought he might be unconscious in a drunken stupor somewhere in his house. Guys, just 4 subs away, so if you're watching, please hit that button. I really would love to get to 7,400 on this stream. That would let us push towards 7.5 at the weekend, and then we're 3/4 of the way to getting to 10,000. You're some trooper coming. I fucking hate not doing it. I hate letting people down on. I'll do anything I can to not let somebody down, but at the same time I hate making shit content. So I'm not happy with how the camera looks, but hopefully I can fix it, although I don't know how. Connor McEvitt said, I don't think we're going to sign anybody, nor do I, mate, except as somebody pointed out, perhaps for the summer and get it done now, but I don't see anybody coming in this month. Where exactly is Brewster? Thought he was supposed to be fit. He's back training, Tomas. He's maybe 2 or 3 weeks away. Again, when you're coming back from as long out as he was, you don't want to rush these things. Nothing wrong with red face, said Cody. It just makes me, when I look at it, I'm glancing and I'm thinking, you're gonna have a fucking stroke here, pal, relax. I know it's weird, but Robbo is my favourite player. Not at all weird. Not at all weird. Even though, as you said, you're calling yourself Robbo on here, it's not at all weird. I can completely understand why he'd be your favourite player. I absolutely adore the guy. Better than Blueface. Touche, Rod. Touche. Don't like when Dejan comes out with shit like that, because you know it's just going to... the lad has the touch, the bad touch. Yeah, look, there is that as well. Cheers for doing this, my boy. What defender would you buy in the summer? You'll never walk alone, Reds. JFT 96. 3-0 the weekend for me as well, Stephen. What defender would I buy? I'm not going to lie. A large part of me would love us to go balls out and go for delay. I just don't see that one coming. So, after that, it's tough. It's tough. I'd like to know how much money we're working with before I could answer the question. Delete would be my go-to if I could pick anybody, but I don't see us spending that much money. What have we got? Connor says it's going to be 4-3-3. Not far off, unconscious, says Mr. Crosby. If the goal had been allowed against Arsenal, the ball had gone over the line against Man City, we'd be 9 points ahead. Boycott Gillette. What's the shit about Gillette? I'm absolutely baffled at the whole Gillette thing. It's been 3 or 4 streams now. People have talked about Gillette. Am I missing something here? Favourite 11 or best 11? In which scenario? Liverpool, non-Liverpool? Yeah, I need context, buddy. If that's alright, because I'll go away and think about this and hopefully try and come back with one. When people tell Liverpool fans to pipe down, I think no, we shouldn't support a big club with expectations. I think that a lot of Reds are going to take pleasure rubbing their noses in it. Fuck them, Graham. In all honesty, mate, fuck them. They're only doing it because they're petrified of us. That's the only reason why. And also, when you're looking at clubs like Arsenal and Spurs and stuff, they're looking at a club and thinking, shit, that could have been us. We just were lucky to get the right manager in, make the right signings. We've been a little bit fortunate, a little bit clever, but we've earned our way here. We've been through the hard times, so we deserve this. And when it comes, as you said, I'm going to enjoy every moment of it. Keita has to start putting in a performance. Edgar Cool. I personally think signing no players this window is more of a positive compared to making any signings. What about you? I'm on the fence, Dominic. I can understand the rationale behind both. I wouldn't mind bringing in a little bit of defensive reinforcement, actually. I wouldn't go for the forward player in this window because I think we've enough firepower to get us through. But I wouldn't have minded bringing in maybe a backup full back or something like that. But I understand your thought process as well, and I can understand both sides of it. Skipper Dog said, I'll see you all tomorrow. Start a new TV show. Enjoy it, mate. Enjoy it. Gillette did an anti-man advert. I don't know. I'm lost. I'm absolutely lost. I don't understand why anybody buys Gillette products anyway. They're fucking ridiculously overpriced, and you can get much better quality razors for a fraction of the money. But I will have to have a look at this. I've never seen the ad. I don't see many TV ads. I'm at that stage in life now where I record everything and just forward it through the ads anyway. We have Gomez. We don't need a £70 million centre back of the same age. Yeah, but how nice would it be, Brian, to have three of them? I reckon we'd be great with three at the back as well, and the two fullbacks playing a bit higher up the field. Kirby, how are we, sir? If we sign De Ligt, we can go the whole season without conceding, except when Harry Kane dives. Who would you say are the top 5 players in the world right now? Salah, Ronaldo, Messi. Look, it gets complicated here, doesn't it? Are you talking Mbappe's? Are you talking Modric's? It depends what you want and depends what you like. I mean, I'm putting Van Dijk in there straight away because I reckon he deserves it. It's a tough conversation, and like, it's one that just ends in arguments, I think, most of the time. It'll be a very interesting conversation in 2 or 3 years where Ronaldo's clearly past his best and Messi is right on the edge. That'll be a very interesting conversation then. No ad will ever be as bad as the Kendall Jenner Pepsi ad. Now, that ad I've seen, it's shocking. Fucking cheesy as fuck and shocking. Trent Alexander-Arnold's our future captain. I agree. I think he will be as well. I think if Klopp buys this month, it'll be last thing at the end of the window, but I don't see us getting anybody, so Paul Jones. You and your 3 at the back. Oh yeah, I just think, imagine that. Van Dijk, Gomez, De Ligt. And then a little bit on the left hand side, Robbo. On the right hand side, Trent. Or maybe somebody even a little bit more attacking. 2 in the centre then. Oh, it'd be just delicious, wouldn't it? It'd be just delicious. It's worse than the Pepsi ad. Jesus. That Pepsi ad was shocking. It really was. I'm going to have to watch this Gillette ad now. Robbo is the best engine in the game, said Steady Woodward. He has one hell of an engine, alright. He really does. Connor's top 5. Salah, Messi, Ronaldo, Markovic, of course, Van Dijk. Oh my god. No Clavan. I am shocked, Connor. I am shocked that you didn't put Clavan in that list. I can see you at home now. You're probably punching yourself in the face with anger, knowing that you didn't put him in there. Liam said we got linked with a right back from the team we got Cater from. Can't think of his name. Mine's gone blank. I can't think of his name either, Liam, to be honest. Do I think Gerrard will be our new captain? I think no. Clavan is 6th. It's definitely worse than the Pepsi ad. It's the most left-wing ad. Men are to blame for everything. Let's make men at... Oh, fuck's sake. Yeah. I'm already cringing now and I haven't even watched it. You posted it on Discord, John. Thank you very much. I'll pop in and take a look straight after. Do a live reaction to the Gillette ad. With my big hairy beard. I was going to shave, but I said no, fuck Gillette. Fuck them. So I'm going to keep growing this magnificent beard instead. Maybe I should grow a bit of hair on my head and go on and go, I'm struggling here. And I'll shave my head every day. But I seen the Gillette ad. I just couldn't do it anymore. And then my hair's gone. And I just don't feel right. Yeah, maybe I could do that. That'll probably get 1 million hits, I'm sure. Oh, the club. Yeah, the club. RB Leipzig. Sorry, Liam. I didn't know what you meant. The fullback of the club. The club is Leipzig. Top 5. Lazar, Cocker, Poulsen, Konchesky and Duff. Nailed on, Tom. Absolutely nailed on. Right, anything else? I'm going to finish up in a second. 3 subscribers away. Come on, you amazing people. Hit that button. Get us to that 7,400 mark, you absolute superstars. Is Gomez back next week? Anfield HQ tweeted this. I will pass on my thoughts about Anfield HQ. I'll leave that to one side and go, yeah, I think he probably will be back in training towards the end of next week. Don't know if he'll be available for the next game. Maybe not. Connor said, they're nonsense. I'm not on Twitter now, so I can really take a free shot at anybody on Twitter because I'm not on Twitter. But I'm also not that petty. I don't know anybody at Anfield HQ other than sort of. I don't even know the guy that runs it, so I'm not going to have a sly dig at them. But they do talk a lot of shit a lot of the time, to be fair. And they do make things up, and they have copyrighted other people's work occasionally and a few other bits and pieces. But not for me to say. If I had a little teacup here, I would give it the whole, but that's none of my business. Loris is linked. Who's this? Mike Leotaris? Never heard of him. Is linked with an LFC move. He's a brilliant player. I'm gonna have to take your word on that one. Up the Reds. Go on, have a dig. I sort of did. I sort of had a sly little one, but look, after. And do you know what? My life has been so much better since I packed in Twitter. Oh my god. I haven't been as angry. Because I used to read Twitter and scream at my phone and go, "You fucking gobshite! You fucking prick!" Yeah, some of the stuff used to drive me mad. Do I think Gerrard will be manager after Klopp? It depends on how the next few years go for him, Andrew. That's probably most people's hope. It would be great to have him back, but he has to earn it. Twitter not the same without you, pal. I'm so much happier, mate. Honestly, life's so much more chill now without being on there. And feeling angry. I used to look at my phone, I swear to God, and just be angry all the time when I was reading it. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to call it a night. I know it's been a very short stream. I do apologise, but of course now that Connor's back, it's all his fault. We can always just blame Connor. That's always the way out of this. I'm going to go now, see if I can fix what's going on with my face here. But look, thank you so much. I apologise for being late tonight. You guys are absolutely amazing. I appreciate your support, as does Connor. And we will chat tomorrow and have a proper look ahead to the Palace game. I promise you guys I'll do a proper preview of the Crystal Palace game, and hopefully we're looking ahead to another 3 points for the Reds. Look, I'll chat to you all soon. Feel better, those of you that have colds, especially you, Connor, mate, and I'll chat to you soon. Up the motherfucking Reds.